back to Pioneer Voice, the podcast where we dive into stories and topics. I'm your host Naomi, and today we'll be exploring the story that I made called The Noise. The character and settings. Well, the settings and character. Tuesday, November 3rd, 1914. Rainy and stormy in a damaged post-apocalyptic Seattle. The world has collapsed, and the fragile society is just beginning to rebuild. Their main of the basics is this is a medieval time type of thing where castles and kings and queens are still there. Now to the characters. Madden, the hidden twin, and quote-unquote the monster to some, the true heir to the throne, so the next prince. Carter, Madden's public twin, who is currently the public prince of Malvone. Malvone is the name of the city where the castle was built in. You have Lily and Yara. They're princesses. They're twins. Yara is a healer, and Lily provides protection, so she casts protection spells. Jenny, who is a boy butler, and is Madden's friend, also married to Lily. Madison, the long-lost princess of Nervalt. Oh my god, how do I say this? Gnarl. I don't know how to say that. Okay. And a potential ally. The mother, who is the antagonist, and the deceased father, Lord Nico. Now let's dive into the story. As the rain hammered against the broken window, Madden stared out at the ruined city below. The castle, 4 stories high, offered little shelter from the apocalyptic storms or potential tumoring within the walls. Carter walked up behind him. "Hey, bro. You okay?" Carter shouted over the storm. "No. Why are you in here? Mom said you can't be in here," said Madden whispering. Whispered Madden. Oh my god. Madden whispered, quickly stepping away from the light. Hiding from whoever might look up from the courtyard below. Madden was Carter's identical twin brother, and no one in the kingdom knew. Carter hated Madden, or at least that's what everyone was told. That Madden was a monster who had to be kept hidden. A new voice cut through the air. Wow. What do we have here? 2 big jerks. Or am I saying things? Jenny peered through the door, opening the door slowly before Lily called him away. "Hey, so, is everything okay?" "No, nothing's okay." Suddenly the window opened from the room. Madden's room. As a was thrusted. Oh my god. Madden's window was suddenly thrusted open from the outside. Arrow, Madden's best friend, and the first person to ever leave the castle, scrambled to its stilt. He had returned with the information, but he landed rough. "Aaron!" Madden screamed, rushing forward. A shadow moved in the hallway, just outside the room. Before Maddie could reach him, Arrow was violently shoved backwards. He fell from the window, 4 stories down, onto a jagged courtyard below. "No!" Madden screamed, grabbing at the unusually at the air as his friend disappeared into the rain. Carter, who had stepped into the hallway, saw it all. The push, the fall of vanishing shadow of his mother. He yelled. He was just assaulted. For what? Madden was gone in a flash, sprinting down the flight of stairs. The sound of the storm outside dulled the roar compared to the thunder in his chest. His injured friend was lying in the mud. The rain washed the blood from his knees, from his head. "Harold, stay with me." Madden slipped to his knees. Jenny arrived moments later, kicking aside the fallen pieces of rubble. We needed to get him inside. Madden. He lost too much blood. Yara might be able to conjure something. A basic healing spell, at least. The castle's too dangerous. My mother. Forget your mother. Jenny commanded. Yara and Lily are setting up a secure spot in the old library. Madison is on her way to meet us there. The princess in Iran owes us a favor. Upstairs, Carter stood frozen. He hadn't just seen Errol fall. He seen who pushed him. A shadow in the hallway, fleeing from the scene. The jasmine and old steel. Fleeing. The scent of jasmine and old steel. It was his mother. She was watching them, always watching. Carter rushed through the back to his room, pulling on a thick cloak. The plan he formed was dangerous, wild, and likely their only option, a swap. He and Madden had been secretly investigating their mother for years. Their father, Lord Nigo, the previous king, was murdered by his own wife. Madden was worried, really worried about his friend. But he understood. He would fix it all. So would Carter. Now, they had to come up with a way to get back at their mother. She was not who you think she was. She was an antagonist with a dark backstory. They knew her mother was heartless and that anyone who got close to the throne ended up unalived. Madden had a theory that she had married their father to reclaim the lost title or life. They didn't quite understand, but Madden was the heir to the throne, and he had to be alive. Carter just needed to make sure that he believed to be dead, giving his brother the freedom to expose their mother. He took it seriously, and he took it well. He took his father's sword, and the very one that his mother had used, from the hiding spot beneath the floorboards. He traced the engravings on the hint. Malvern forever. I died last time we talked, Madden said. Carter whispered to the empty room. That was the last time we spoke as equals. Downstairs, Yara and Lily arrived in the library. Their long princess gowns soaked and torn from navigating through the post-apocalyptic streets of Seattle. Yara immediately began chanting, her hands glowing a soft, vibrant green as she worked on closing everyone's head wound. Lily stood guard, a simple silver dagger ready in her hand. Madden, said Yara, forcing on arrow. What did you find out? He said. She knew who killed the Lord. Madden paced a small makeshift library. Now, we've lost everything. My mother is turned against us, and now she thinks everything's his fault. This isn't okay. How do we fix it? Shut up, Madden, Carter said swiftly, trying to get him to focus down. You need to stop making everything your problem. She's my mother too. She's not only your mother, she tried to end my best friend, who automatically already knows everything about her, said Madden with an irritation look. He was really mad. Wasn't in the right one. She tried to reclaim something she lost, a title or a life. I don't know anymore. He stopped and looked at the three of them. Carter is going to die tonight. I'll become the public prince of Erin. And I will tear her down. My mother will regret everything. The library door creaked open, silently, heavily. Madison, the long-lost princess, stepped into the flickering light window. You won't have to do it alone, she said, water dripping from her hair. The king of Neron is ready to fight the entire kingdom. But first, we need to deal with the monster who just pushed Erin out the window. The last time she said something like that, that's the reason she left. The princess is different. She tends to cry, tends to fake, tends to think everything's her fault. But here we are, again. The reason the princess has never been executed or exiled from the kingdom is because of this. Madden screams a lot. Madden yells a lot, says Carter. So if he tends to yell at you, it's because he's mad. Arrow sits up, comfortably, but still there. He says, Madden, there's not only a problem, but your mother pushed me. No, she didn't. No, that wasn't her, said Carter, thinking of a way to hide the fact that his mother is the reason their father's gone and the reason they almost lost their best friend. Not only did they just almost lose him, but they lost him. Their father, being the only one who's able to change things, the one that's been able to fix things or keep them. It takes a minute. So, that's the end of our story. I'll see you guys again. Bye, Pioneer Titans. Bye.